Hi, I'm James, and today we're back at Newark Air Museum to look at an aircraft of the Cold War that's often forgotten about, the British de Havilland Sea Vixen, an aircraft that was used by the Fleet Air Arm for a relatively short period, but a rather distinctive design. So the rather unique looking Sea Vixen entered service in 1959. It was designed as a carrier-based fighter and strike aircraft with a rather odd twin boom configuration. It definitely stands out from the aircraft of the time. Now, it was powered by two Rolls-Royce Avon engines, giving it impressive speed and maneuverability for an aircraft of this size. And the twin boom gave a rather unique aerodynamic structure, which allowed it to carry more weight and better stability. Now, one of the key features of the Sea Vixen was its versatility because it was dual rolled. It was used as fighter and strike, and it was also equipped with radar, allowing it to engage in air-to-air and air-to-ground combat. And it also had the role of being capable of carrying nuclear weapons, which is something that's often forgotten. So, flying off the decks of British aircraft carriers, it played a critical role in the Cold War. It was there, it was protecting the ships, and it helped with British force projection, often deterring Soviet bombers, or sometimes even being used for reconnaissance missions. Now, there were two main variants, the FAW-1 and the FAW-2. This was originally built as an FAW-1, entering service in 1959, and then the upgrade to the FAW-2 came into service in 1964, and the biggest difference was the upgraded radar system. It had the more advanced and powerful Blue Parrot radar, better long-range capabilities, and improved tracking, making it much more useful as an interceptor. Now, the other big improvement was the fact that it had improved avionics, and its performance, particularly when landing was needed, was more refined. It had better low speed control. And when you realise that landing on an aircraft carrier is incredibly stressful, a US study found it was actually more stressful than being in combat. Now, they were used in action in Aden. This aircraft is XJ560, and it was one of the later FAW ones, and it was upgraded to the FAW-2, including being one of the trials aircraft for the radar. Now, when it was used, it was the first British naval aircraft to be fully operational with guided missiles, and that was a major leap forward at the time. It was equipped with the Firestreak air-to-air missile, which was heat-seeking, and it, as far as I'm aware, never actually did any air-to-air combat. Now, it did have, unfortunately, a relatively high accident rate, particularly in its early years in the FAW-1, and that's one of the reasons that was improved in the FAW-2. In fact, 38% of these aircraft were written off in crashes. That's hideous. But it was still the workhorse of the Fleet Air Arm, right up until it was replaced by the Phantom. So hopefully you found that interesting. If you have, great. And please feel free to like and subscribe and comment below. Every little thing you do like that helps the channel grow.